are dumping. Gold and silver off their highs, now trading down as sellers come in and are taking profit. Stocks are down. Crypto is down. Metals are down. What is up? The dollar. The dollar is up slightly today. We're going to take a look at the market overall. It is Friday. It's kind of a weird day for markets in general. Markets will resume trading in February on Monday after they close today. And man, they are really mixing it up here into the monthly closes. So welcome back. We're going to get into the charts and everything you need to know going into this weekend. And of course, into February, we're going to be watching metals, Bitcoin breaking lower. Things are not looking so hot into February. With the government shutdown potentially looming again, kind of weird tides ahead of us. I do appreciate you tuning in today. I know it's a little earlier than usual. It's a Friday, but I appreciate you guys. Please hit the like button, engage with the live stream, help hype it up. Let's get a little energy going. Here on a Friday. We've got actually a lot to look at. Metals have given us just like a breath of air in these markets. Things are getting very stale in the crypto space. We are, of course, always going to look at crypto. I'm still always going to be a Bitcoin maximalist. But they've given us something to look at, and it's really reminiscent of what we've seen in the past. So I think, I'm starting to see other people say this, but as crypto survivors, we'll call ourselves survivors, I think we're the best equipped to trade what's going on in metals right now, because they really are behaving just like what we've seen in the last 10, 15 years of crypto. All-time highs, price discovery, really explosive FOMO price action. And here we are, looking down the barrel of the gun here of maybe the exact same price action we have seen happen after these euphoric moments. Metals likely have higher to go into this year. I don't think that they're done just because of these pullbacks, but they may be signaling a cooling period. Even in Bitcoin, in the last 3 years, we saw rallies for about a quarter of the year, and the rest of the quarters kind of trading sideways or even moving down a little bit. And that may be what gold and silver and other metals are doing here. We're going to look at quarterly closes, or not quarterly closes. We're going to take a look at monthly closes here as January wraps up. We're going to look at what looks good into February and pretty much whatever else you guys are looking at today. I appreciate you here. It's not a top. It's just a retreat, says Handle. Very well could be. I say the same things about metal and Bitcoin and crypto is when we go up like this, inevitably the top comes. When the top comes, we're going to think it's a pullback. It always is. It's never as easy as you timed the top and you knew it was the top. That's just not how markets operate. If these are just healthy pullbacks, we are about to see gold and silver rip into February hard. I'm not sure. Let's jump into the charts together. Let's take a look. Give you 100K. I would love that. Let's go. Let's get 100K. Let's get 100K likes, 100K views today. Yeah, right. What's up, man? We'll take a look at whatever you guys are looking at as well. Whatever you think is spicy enough to check out. I think gold and silver should be the first spots here today. I know typically we go into the crypto right away. But man, these are spicy charts. Even the $100 call was looking not so likely into Thursday. And man, that was a whole year ago, because now it's Friday, and in 2026, every day is an entire year. Did you know that? We actually all died during COVID, and this is actually a simulation now. That's right. If this is the first you're hearing of this news, I'm sorry. So everything's a simulation. Nothing's real anymore. So silver's pulled back. Honestly, this is farther than I expected. We were looking at 100 down to 90, under 90. This is not that healthy. I'm not going to lie. We'll take a more zoomed out and top-down approach to these charts. Maybe we should start with silver. Silver's actually maybe a little more progressed than gold. You called in chat 2 days ago. Silver was ready for a 40% dump from all-time high. Hell yeah. Good call. Hells yeah. I was looking at 122 before a pullback. Obviously, we're a little lower on that pullback than I expected. So there is a lot to consider here. There's a lot to consider. Ooh, I remember when last Friday, it's been exactly a week. Remember on Friday last week, I said, take profits, lock in profits on gold and silver. Bookmark this. A lot of people did not like that tweet. A lot of people, in fact, were very angry about that tweet. Let's be real. That was absolutely a defining characteristic of euphoria. Euphoria does not instantly fade, though. We do need to keep this into consideration. Like, we've gone through this. Euphoria does not just kind of pop and go. Maybe it did for crypto this cycle, but it typically lasts a little bit longer than you'd expect. By the time you say, man, there's euphoria, you've got, I don't know, at least another move involved. Let me see what that tweet did. Here we go. Lock in profits in gold and silver today. People did not like that tweet. They were not a fan of this tweet. January 23rd. Bookmark this for later, dude. The replies were so angry. So angry. That's funny. Follow on Twitter. If you're not following on Twitter or X, whatever, go ahead and check it out at Tom Crown. That aged all right. Will it age forever? Well, probably not. Even come Monday, that might change. But damn, silver was at 103. Down about 11% since then after trading higher. One thing that I'm not loving here about silver is it did test 122. It didn't fully get it. I don't know, like 121 and change, but we hit it. We hit it. This is largely going to be a decision point for silver. So let's zoom out. We'll start with it. It's going to be a decision point. This is a pretty macro fib. 2011 into 2020. This is our 1618 extension on the logarithmic chart. That put us at exactly, actually, I've been reading 122.44, but that's maybe not it. What is it? 122.40. Not close enough. The 1618 sits at 122.40 and price traded there, 121.40, about $1 away. This is a macro inflection point. Silver can still continue and still look to make these bigger extensions up to like 245, 250. But this is a big point. This is a big pivot. We have seen many times charts run to the 1618 and then go ahead and back test the previous all-time high before moving higher into those bigger extensions. We've seen that across markets. Now for silver, that would be quite a big downside. I don't know if I'm going to start calling necessarily for a 60% drop. I don't know. The rally was fast though. You know, like fast rallies can retrace quickly. Have been saying it since it broke all-time high. Silver eventually will test $50 in my opinion. This year, I don't know. Probably not this year. Could happen. But eventually, you look out 5 years, 10 years, silver will come back. In my observation, about 8 years of trading markets like full-time, really not thinking about anything else, this is par for the course. This is why I keep saying crypto has equipped us so well for these runs. It feels bad that we're kind of sitting them out largely. You know, it's not crypto running. But it's weird to be, I feel like, in the passenger seat here. Like the guy with, you know, in the 90s with MapQuest telling you where to go. It's like, I've been here. I'm not driving. I'm not in the driver's seat, but we've been here. I'll just take a left up here right after the sign. It all looks familiar and calmer when you're not in the driver's seat. Eventually, we'll see $50. Probably not worth talking about today. Let's look at this monthly. Still beast mode, man. With 4.5 hours of trading left, silver would have to move all the way to $72, unlikely, in 4 hours, to have a red close, to give us like basically Bitcoin's monthly closes. This candle looking very similar to December. December closed with a 27% gain, and surprisingly or unsurprisingly, silver right now looking to close January with virtually the same percent. I think that will put importance for me on this $90 level. Even closing a little higher into the end of the month will give us a larger monthly candle than the month before. Damn, we are so well equipped. I'm loving this. I feel like I'm finally able to use my skill set for something else other than Bitcoin. It's going to be a big deal. Lots of people probably not focusing on this. They're not so in tune with this kind of concept. But in these expansive price discovery moves, very often I will notice something I call bubbling. I don't know. There's probably a simpler word for it. Bubbling, meaning when you see these long strings of green or red candles, as long as they're getting bigger, or as long as they're not getting smaller, meaning as long as January closes above 26.97% gain, it's looking really good. Currently at 26.01, so you can see we're at like a hair away from either close here in the last 4.5 hours. But as long as they aren't shrinking, you very consistently see them continue to run. If you look at the tops of rallies, you get these blow off tops, these really big candles, but they typically tend to start printing smaller candles into the top before they reverse. This is a photo finish here. I think the what would we need? 26. I'm like not even $91. Currently trading at 90.31. Can we put some bubbling music on? I'll put some music on, bros. We're gonna listen to an artist that is not new, but I have not played for you guys. We're gonna put on some Zomboy. There we go. There you go. It's Friday. We're gonna get the beats. What's up, Yesh? Girandhar, how you doing, bro? Edels, thanks for the super chat, man. Please check Banker when I get a chance. BNKR. Let me check that out for you. You might have to remind me later, though. You hit me early with the super chats, and like I get through my little thing, and then by the time I'm done, I'm just like in the zone, not thinking about, not remembering things. I'll try. I know I don't have a chart for this. I say that, but I might be wrong. Does not look right. It does not look like I do. I'll pull a chart up. This might help me remember. I appreciate you either way, Eds. I appreciate you with your super chat. Is this Bankers Investment Trust? Cool. Stocks. We can look at that. I'll pull that over. Where are we with silver? On the monthly, yes. Battling it out, bros. Battling it out. Let's see this quarterly. Very similar. 53% Q4 for silver. My lord. Gold breaking down lower right now during the live. We are midway. We were like midway through a top-down analysis of silver and gold continuing to break down live. This is some serious real price action. This is for real. This is for keeps. Is silver doing the same? Silver's doing the same, breaking down in real time. Put another alert. I want to finish silver. I don't want to keep jumping back and forth. One thing that I do not love here, obviously, on the low time frames. You can see silver breaking its low from, what, last Friday? Was it exactly last Friday? Wednesday. Breaking its low from last Wednesday. In an uptrend like this, it is possible to come back, stop out longs, baiting shorts, grab liquidity, and open to a rip. We've seen this happen. You know, like Friday closes, Monday opens, and you get this V shape. You continue up. It happens. But this is structurally not what you want to see. Not what you want to see. This is oddly showing lack of bids, which has not been an issue for silver for quite some time. There's been bids everywhere since 53. This is shifting market structure a little bit. Let's look at this weekly close. Damn. This is not the first time silver's done this on its run. So if you are panicking today, take a little breather. Silver did the exact same move at the end of December. Here we are at the end of January doing a similar move. Reaching up. 1, 2, 3. Green candles reaching up. Painting that bearish engulf. That didn't actually happen back at the end of December, but we did see the retracement. I'll say this. I think 90 is almost certainly that 26.9 whatever percent close we're looking for on January monthly close. That is also last week's open. I will say, if silver closes above 90.90, it's probably a long into Monday. It's probably a long into Monday looking right back to like 103. If it closes below, things can get a little sketchier, or at least maybe not so short-term hot. But damn, that is a razor-thin margin. What's up, Hope M? Thank you for subscribing. Good to have you, Hope. Razor-thin, man. RSI still overbought, coming down a little, cooling off on the week. I wouldn't trust it. I wouldn't trust that signal at this moment. Look at the day. We have so much more to look at today. Dude, this candle is gnarly. Gnarly ass candle there. I might get stopped out on this as long as like terrible now. weekly open. That's it. That's it. Damn. Who broke silver? Who's selling? Who's selling? One thing I will say I enjoy not being in the driver's seat here is when the run gets these big retracements. There's no panic. I don't worry. I don't care. These are so stressful when like you're in a bull market and you're running. Every long is printing, and all of a sudden, boom, you get this big red, and it's like, is the top in? Is it finally in? And then as soon as you think it's not, it is. Anyway, from a bigger perspective, even just looking out to May's low here, silver has honestly not even really begun to retrace. From the low to the high, you got to trade below 86 to even call this a retracement on a big time frame, on like a macro. Really, it goes farther back than that. You really should go all the way back to 2020, and you can see, man, you got a lot of ground. You got a big old open space here to remain uptrending. Side down, money flow down. It's not bad though. For how bad that candle is, it's not so bad. Let's take a look at our moving averages. They may be coming into play, and of course, there we go. Silver with a perfect test so far, 91 of the 20-day. We have not seen silver trade to this level since before it broke all-time high. Since November. 20-day tested. The bull market, this silver bull market support band. Maybe I should just start saying that. The metal market support band. I'll rebrand Cohen's thing. I'll rebrand it and apply it to metals, and then it'll be the crown metal support band. Zomboy, you are hard. This is some hard beats. With 1 4-hour candle left to go in the day. Where are we at, Silver Boy? Let's throw 𝐂𝐴𝐺 𝐓𝐫𝐾 on here really quick. Nuked through the 4. 12-hour cloud's still totally fine. Ugh, it's beautiful. Beautiful clouds, dude. Not even close to the cloud. Still launching into space. Let's go. Hit the lagging line. Okay, we're almost done with silver. We're gonna jump over to gold here in a moment. Okay. GG. GGWP, we're breaking under 90. Holy shit. This is actually pretty savage. This is, I'll say it again, this is just like a crypto move, man. Can you imagine people FOMOing into metals that have never traded crypto? They must be like, this is a scam. I thought Bitcoin was a scam. This is a scam. I can hear their cries already. Holy shit. I thought it was going to bounce. Let me see. We have 21 minutes. Okay. We have 20 minutes to close this this 4 hour. It's not a 4 hour, but we have 21 minutes until we have only 4 hours left in the week. If it does not reverse in 19 minutes, man, this is looking bad. It was always going to happen. Of course it would. Look at the gold silver chart, says Brother Nature Joe. Well, my friend, that do be the thumbnail. The thumbnail is the gold silver chart. We are going to look at it, of course. We just started up. We just got into silver. These are still breaking down while we're live. Let's zoom out on gold as well. We'll look at gold, silver, don't worry. But it makes more logical sense to do it after we've looked at both. Beautiful green candle on the month. Obviously smaller than silver, but 13% here on gold. Down what? 12% from the high? Not so bad. That's not too terrible. What's silver down from the high? 26%. Silver, gold is trading like Bitcoin, and silver is trading like the altcoin markets, like in 17 and 21. It's kind of weird. All green candles you can see on the month here. No real support until you get back into the 3,500, 3,300 range on the month. RSI at 95. Oh my God, dude. Fire. Money flow still up. Momentum still up. Gold does not look done. Gold does not look done on high time frames. On the week, doing a little better, obviously, than silver. Silver has retraced completely last week's gains. Interesting. I told you those are really just not valuable in trading. They're valuable to our ego. I'm so alone. Gold rejecting into this weekly close. We'll see. We still have 4 hours, but man, 5,000 aging pretty good here. Again, for those tuning in, I'm not long-term bearish on metals. I was looking for an interim top, local high, before maybe a period of chilling out, sideways price action, accumulation, whatever you want to call it, at 5,000 for gold and 122 for silver. Obviously, gold traded to 5,600, silver to 121, but damn, these weekly closes bringing these prices right back to these extensions, kind of fire. On the weekly time frame, gold has some decent support from the week at 4,500. It's looking not bad. I don't think it's getting there right now, though. Really low gold retracements, 786. Damn, I'm feeling good today. I went to the gym for the first time since the blizzard, but I'm feeling good. Just there's a lot of tension going on in the markets, especially with Bitcoin breaking down. I don't even want to look at it right now, but like with the other things pumping, just seeing this bleed a little bit, I feel like has released a lot of that tension. Feels good. What do you guys think? Man, weekly still beast, man. Money flow, higher highs, momentum, higher highs. Interesting. Oh yeah, the weekly and the monthly both closed today. Interesting. Didn't think of that. On the day, yo, what's up, 420? How you doing, bro? Why is gold going down, Alex Prince? Profit taking. Here's why gold and silver are going down right now. Profit taking, obviously. Sellers, right? Boring. The dollar rallying. We're gonna get to the dollar as well. Man, we're just like getting into this stream here today. It's hard to keep everyone who tunes in updated on what we've looked at. The dollar recovering from the FOMC on Wednesday after showing weakness for some reason on the FOMC. Recovering and trading higher here. That's putting downside pressure on metals, on stocks, on crypto. God, like we need it. I did warn you guys that it was likely the dollar would see some kind of bounce. Where did I even put this? That the dollar would see some kind of bounce, even if it's a dead cat bounce. And that would put downward pressure on metals. That was into the FOMC. Obviously, it was a little late. Here we go. Dollar did break that trend line, actually, but now it's trying to recover it. The dollar putting downside pressure on everything. Seems like a scam, right? It's like the dollar goes down, things go down, and then the dollar goes up and things go down. It's a scam. We'll get to the dollar, though. Likely putting downward pressure here. But why is silver? Here's the more interesting question. Why is silver going down more than gold? This is the thumbnail. We've been looking at this, waiting for it for a while now. I don't know what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Gold to silver ratio. These pairs are so important. And here we go again. I keep saying this. Our crypto experience paying out here, adding value. We are used to looking at these pairs. No one else is. No one else in the world is used to looking at these pairs. I promise you. A million jillion analysts are going to start being like, look at stocks, gold, look at these pairs, because, well, they're in play, right? They're playing out in real time in front of us, but they haven't been looking at them. Crypto taught us to do this. And even people in crypto struggle with this. This is here we go, gold silver alert just went off right now. Here we go. This is our bread and butter, boys. We didn't get to do this with Bitcoin and Bitcoin pairs really this cycle. But here we go. 1980 is a 40-year trend line. These are monthly candles for gold and silver. Boom. As this falls, Silver was outpacing gold. As it moves up, gold begins to outpace silver. So why is silver falling harder than gold, or why is gold holding up better, can pretty easily be explained right here. This trend line. You may not trade this, but algorithms do, and even algorithms indirectly do, without even really knowing it probably. Silver smashed this pair down, and here we are. We're getting the potential dead cat bounce. 20%. Gold has gained 20% over silver today. That's actually kind of crazy. Reaching out of the trend line. Why are there so many trend lines there? Oh, it was my drawing. Look at the inefficiency here. Silver has outpaced gold technically since 2020. Gold hit its highest valuation against silver during the COVID crash of 2020. But we'll say in a more recent trend, silver has outpaced gold since April 25, basically the Liberation Day, the tariffs. That has been downward pressure, downside pressure to 60% for 280 days. Here we are. Here's the relief bounce. So what should we do? A lot of people who aren't familiar with these pairs, everybody who's non-crypto, probably thinks these pairs, I don't know. I'm not sure how they'd interpret these pairs, to be honest. But they likely don't know that you can just do the exact same analysis. You can use indicators, you can use fibs, you can use moving averages. It is insane how charts, even if they aren't directly traded, still behave the same. It's almost as if charted numbers, almost like math, I'm not sure. It's like something consistent in the universe. It's very crazy. Go down tinfoil hat rabbit hole there. You can chart anything and it still tends to behave like a traded chart. So let's throw our fibs on here. Let's look for upside resistance. We have a weekly order block here, bearish. That's going to act as resistance at about 60. I'm just going to call it 60. What is up, Gordon? My guy. How you doing, Gordon? Thanks for subscribing. You're tuned in, man. This is the stream you want to see. This is a good one. This is it. Keep hitting the likes and subscribes. I know I've been in the zone, not reading the chat as much, but keep the chat going. I'm going to try to do better to look back in. Gold's reacting to the dollar collapse. Silver's responding to euphoria. I think that's valid. I think they're all reacting to the dollar right now, and I think silver is specifically retracing against gold. That's what I'm looking at here. To chart the chances of you having sex tonight, Steve. I forget, do you have a wife or do you live with your girlfriend? If not, 0. Just kidding. I love you, Steve. Love you, buddy. Dang oversold. This is virtually the most oversold it's ever been. Since right here. Let's look for the bounce. Up to 60. That could imply that gold's looking to put on about 7.5% more against silver. I think that's fair. Typically, we look for these deeper retracements. We look for the 618 or the 0.5. Those sit above us. The 618, 36% against silver. That might be a little much to ask. 21%. The deeper this retracement, I would say the more likely it becomes that this valuation is going to get back into line. Maybe we can throw moving averages up here to make some sense. Wow, that's kind of crazy. Look at these moving averages. Oh, these are weeks now. I was just death crossed at the bottom. Oh, that's a fire tweet. That's crazy. You guys see this? No, I think no one, likely nobody has ever looked at this. Maybe. This could be fresh alpha. This is why you tune in. This is why you're subscribed. This is why you got to be here at every stream. Holy shit. Holy shit. Weekly death cross. When was the last time this happened? Pretty much at the very bottom back here in 21. When did it happen before that? At basically the very bottom of 2011. That's crazy. This is getting tweeted right now. Just like that. Hmm. Confirms weekly death cross. There we go. I should put a circle on it. This is the only thing it's missing. It's missing one circle and arrow, right? Then we'll get right back. Then we'll get right back. Dude, that is how significant this is. You guys have seen me tweet things in real time while we're streaming, and almost always it's because there's something big. There's something significant. And usually they do really well as tweets because of that. Here we go. Bam. That's a good one. That's fire. I don't think anyone else is looking at that. Clickbait that. Clip that and clickbait that. Absolutely, monkey. Honestly, I wish that was the thumbnail. That's fire. Silver is dumping lower. Holy shit. Wow. We don't even have time. We don't have time to look at this. Gold is continuing to retake ground against silver. Silver losing 83. This is insanity, bro. This is actually getting kind of crazy. Silver has now dumped almost 10% in the hour after painting a 4.4% downside candle last hour. This is a metal meltdown. Right now, metals are melting down. Ha. Not laughing at them going down. Laughing at metal meltdown because it's funny. Holy shit. I gotta change the title of the stream even a little bit. I gotta say metal meltdown. It says metals are going down. That's good enough. Remember, we have now 8 minutes and 4 hours to close this day, and gold and silver are now in the position that Bitcoin has been in for the last 4 years of please God, close the day, close the week, close the monthly time frame so they can just stop freaking bleeding for a minute. Holy shit. This is actually pretty intense. Gold down 3% on the hour, bleeding less than silver. So the bullishness of the gold-silver pair is a bearish bullishness due to them both dropping, but silver dropping faster than gold. This is holy shit. Let me pull up the chat. I'm in the zone here, but like, what are you guys thinking right now? I need you to weigh in. I'm gonna put a poll up, but I'm still gonna read the chat. Holy metal melt down. What's happening? Foolish selling. Send it higher. And then just a bunch of question marks. There we go. Vote in the poll. But silver hemorrhaging, dude. Silver is ripping down. Gold is ripping down. Holy shit, 85. Where does the bleeding stop? You think it checked Bitcoin levels? I mean, probably. Bitcoin is not even... Bitcoin can't even join the dumping. Like, Bitcoin, you're on my shit list for a little bit, buddy. Bitcoin can't even join the dumping. It's like, I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered to join the rallies. I really can't be bothered to join the dumps. Don't worry. I will dump as soon as you don't have anything to pay attention to. You won't be... You'll be hearing from me shortly. But right now, nah. Antisocial Bitcoin. Can't even be bothered. Holy fuck. That is a sell-off, dude. Get out of my face. Silver ripping down, man. Oh. Is there something going on? Markets could be also responding, I doubt it, to the new Fed, and not likely going to be the new Fed chair. Whatever his name, Kevin Walsh. Known hawk at the Fed. Maybe that's, people are looking at the dollar a little more bullishly than they could have. Silver melting down. There we go. Damn, well, that long's ribbed. Ribbity ribbed. Remember that. Remember that one got stopped out. Broke structure down here. That's what I was saying up here. It's like, I don't like that you broke in the structure. Now you're coming down lower. This is... Somehow crypto got lost and became metals. 30% off the high already. I wonder if this has ever happened in metals to this degree. I kind of don't think so. Don't think it ever has. Okay, 20-day moving average. The metal market support band broken. The 50 daily sits at 73.8. Holy shit. 2 minutes to close. All right, 2 minutes. For those of you panicking, we have 2 minutes until the final 4 hours of the trading month close. Hopefully, and I think I can say this, hopefully, in 2 minutes when this candle closes, we'll see a slow reversal into the last 4 hours. Might end up looking something like this price action, where you just kind of bounce a little bit, trade sideways. That is very likely, in my opinion. After such a move down, that's absurd. Shorted silver yesterday. Well, yeah, no, it is what it is, boys. We called silver would break to all-time highs. I don't even know how long ago. We said first taking profit targets 100, 122. Boom. We did pretty good. We did pretty good, even if silver continues up into the end of the year. Like, you're done pretty good. Holy shit. Any idea where those profits are going into? Dude, I don't know. Where are they going? We can't even say the dollar. It's not the dollar. Like, Dixie is moving up, but I don't think that anyone is like taking profits to hold the dollar right now. I don't think anyone, almost at any size, like, I don't know, maybe BlackRock is, like, you know what I mean? But where do you put it? Real estate? Euro? Put in the euro. Silver, spot silver price? That's not physical silver price? Yes. It's true. That's true. Spot is disconnected from contracts in many ways, and honestly, spot kind of seems worse than paper for metals in ways. Although that's kind of like saying paper Bitcoin, like ETF Bitcoin's better because you don't have to custody it. It has its own problems, right? Is it moving into stocks? Stocks are not up either on the day. Stocks tapping all-time high, moving back. I mean, at this point, they seem fine. But that's not. This is absolutely not what you want to see at all-time high. This is what we did in Bitcoin and crypto. We just kept tapping all-time highs. We didn't get anywhere. It's interesting, though, that metals, gold and silver, are at their pretty major extensions. The SPY, is at its 1618 extension at the same time. And everything's like now selling off into this monthly close. Everything's wrapping up neat and tidy into a package. No! Aluminum, no! My baby aluminum sold off. No. I was rooting for you, aluminum. No. Kicking the can into the void, but yeah, that's where it was born. Here we go. The hourly closed in. Here was my little prediction that at least we'd see like a little of the hemorrhaging stop here. Gold opening to a green candle in the first 30 seconds. Don't get too excited yet. But I did say that as soon as we entered the last 4 hours of trading, we're likely to see the downward acceleration at least chill. Fingers crossed here. We're 50 seconds in. What about copper? What about copper? What's up, coppers? Copper just honestly doing the same thing it's done. Now in a red week, though. Copper is the only metal I think we looked at with a red weekly. It's not aluminum. It's aluminum. It's aluminium. I don't know. It's a aluminum. Aluminum. I don't know. I think we looked it up, and this trades at the same as aluminum either way, whatever it is. New hourly opens, and we see maybe a temporary stop to the bleeding. This is some ugly shit, though. That's ugly, bro. The only way that this works, and I honestly wouldn't be surprised to see Monday open this way, but the only way that this works is if like Monday opens and it's this. right? Like I feel like the only way this works is if you see that V shape. If not, you're looking at this. You're looking at like a few months of cooling before potentially going higher. That looks like a local top. Damn. Yep. Here we go. So far, knock on wood, we've had 3 minutes. We called that this new hour would bring chilling to the sell-off. And at least for the last few minutes, that has been the case. Ooh, that's not looking so great, though. Silver's still looking rough. Put new alerts to come back. We're going to look at Bitcoin. Go little metals. Go little rocks. Go. Bitcoin on path for this, unfortunately. On path. I'll say technically still nothing has changed. Technically, nothing has changed yet. But man, it looks bad. It's looked bad since November. We have broken now all of our lows except for November's low. The lowest point in price, 80.5. We came damn close, 81,000. I even said yesterday that I think it was likely Bitcoin traded below 80K yesterday. Came close, didn't happen. Technically, nothing has changed, but this is still looking terrible. It's interesting. It's not really joining in on the sell-offs of gold and silver, though it is also correlated with the red days here. This is looking worse and worse. I mean, Jesus. Jesus, Bitcoin. Get your shit together, bud. Get it together. Get it together. Damn, last week, I didn't even see this. Last week closed below the 100 week for the first time. First time since October 23. Nothing looks good here. Jesus, take the wheel. That's what we need. Yeah, we're just at the prayer points. We're at the hopes and prayers point of the journey here. If you believe, this is kind of the camp I think that it is now. It's like if you believe the 4-year cycle still is intact, meaning last year was the last, like the last year of the 4-year cycle, and that it fits, then you're looking for this to break to the downside and to trade below, below 70, slow bounce. Like this is really what you're looking for. If you are in that camp, very logical camp. It's not a crazy idea to think that this is what's happening. It's not crazy. I hold out hope because I am permanently a bull that the 4-year cycle broke in this run and that this is not going to do this. I hold out hope. That hope will remain alive for me as long as November's low hasn't broken. And then if it does, or when it does, I'll move the goalpost again, probably. But for now, that's where it sits. As long as this low is held, we're at a higher low and, still looking for that retracement move. Doesn't feel like it's going to happen, does it? Looks a lot like this. Doesn't it? I mean, everybody and their mom's looking at this. This is not like a unique thought, but it looks a lot like that. I hold out hope, man. Bitcoin surprises us. The one thing I know is that whenever Bitcoin is underestimated, it surprises us. Can't sleep on it. But the good news is it did not break November's low yet, even with the sell-off today. Low timeframes look largely like garbage. Maybe a little theoretical hopium we need here is that metals retracing or reversing was an opportunity for the crypto market to inversely correlate, to see a bounce, right? Capital maybe not rotating from metals to crypto, but just simply not going to metals, and maybe people just looking at crypto, as crypto's already down. But that maybe just the removed pressure from their rallies could help. I don't know. None of this looks very good though. Like this looks like shit. This looks like it's gonna break down. Man. What's up, 𝐒𝐈𝐆𝐽𝐾𝐿? Bitcoin is more scarce than silver. It's more scarce than, I mean, let's be real. Bitcoin is really the only thing that is scarce, period. It's the only true, like, mathematical scarcity is the only true scarcity. It's the only true scarcity. Everything else, theoretically, can just be multiplied. Like, theoretically, we can make gold out of whatever. Atoms, lead, whatever it is. Theoretically. It's not efficient to do. Maybe it will be someday, though. Damn, even uranium's taking the L. No uranium, no. Wrong way, buddy. Don't do it. Don't do it. Life's worth living, uranium. Don't do it, buddy. That's ugly as sin. Uranium looking for 7,100. Natural gas. There's the runner. Natural gas still moving. Here's you said, where's the rotation? Natural gas is up. Natty gas is up. Let's go. Silver with another. Wow. I was wrong. The bleeding continues, man. Hourly just broke low on silver, down to 83.6. Damn, where does the bleeding stop? Let's see. See what else we got. Oh, the bleeding stops in 4 hours, probably. You're at the 2. Damn. Silver now retesting December, the end of December's high. 83.75. Wow. 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 Where are all those people? Where are all those people who criticized taking profits last week? If crypto's taught me anything, it's that, like, anytime things are up, take some profit, because, like, they literally always go down. Here we go. Jeez. All right. I don't even know where to look here. This is a big issue with crazy parabolic moves up. You don't build support. Silver already tapping the end of December's high. Already trading below. Maybe we look here, but damn. 81, it's like already in there. What a monstrous move. I am jealous of the volatility, I'll give it that. Nothing. Where's this? Anything? Like where does the bleeding stop? 70. I don't think it's going to trade to 70 today. Who the hell knows, though? Almost certainly see a bounce if it hits 70. Crazy. Something tells me, like, this is it. I did say that 10 minutes ago, and it went lower. But something tells me, like, this area is it. How much more can it give up in one day? This is already a 30% downside candle on silver in one day. 30%. I don't think this has ever happened. Has it? I don't think this has ever happened. Gold's tanking again. I bet it is. Holy fuck. You know, it didn't feel good to watch everything run like this and be sitting out the rally. But whatever, it wasn't that big of a deal. It also, it's not so bad to be sitting this part out either. Not so shabby. Has silver ever done this? I don't think it has. That's insane. Here we go. 9%, 13%. This has got to be it. Oh, I got to keep tweeting. Can't stop tweeting. Today is the day, guys. If you Twitter and you're trying to grow your social medias on trading and charting and whatever stuff, man, today's the day to mine that shit on Twitter. I'm telling you right now. Silver down the 30% in one day. The biggest one-day loss in history. Let's just put that. Is it true? No, because nothing on Twitter is true. Your account may not be allowed to perform this action. Please refresh the page. Twitter, you're so junky, dude. Elon ruined Twitter. I'm sorry, guys. It's not even a political, not even about like things he says or whatever. But like Twitter used to work perfectly, and now it like constantly doesn't work right. Like I went to post, it said you might not be able to do that for no reason, and then I did it, just redid it, and it sent. He ruined it. The X chat stuff. Okay, it's not about Twitter. It's not it. Generational top, dude. This is insane. Black Friday. Oh, gold dumping lower. Gold down only 10% on the day. I wouldn't be surprised if that also was like one of the biggest downside days for gold ever. 5% back in 20. Is it? The AI slop is unbelievable, dude. The AI, that, so like the bots and AI slop, like, yeah, like it is still Elon's job. Like, yeah, Twitter, they are dropping the ball there. But I will say also though, AI slop, I mean, it's everywhere. That I can't blame him. That I can't specifically blame him for, but everything else I can. Where's Peter Schiff? Where should somebody call Schiffy boy? Where's Schiffy at? Schiffy? Peter Schiffy, where do you guys remember when Peter Schiff was telling people to buy gold at the very top? Oh, these are going to be such good tweets. Thank you, fam. Do you remember when Peter Schiff was telling you to buy gold here? Because he does that every time Bitcoin goes down. We should do that to him. Gold has a better shot at bouncing here. Like at least you have some support. Like I don't think it trades below 4,300. You got support here. I think it still has a little more downside. But silver, dude, like silver bounce here. I don't know what you're doing, man. You're down 30% in a day. AI bubble bursting. Yeah, probably. Binance listed gold and silver, and what happened? Not even gold and silver can escape the Binance effect. Who pulls the plug? I don't know. I mean, realistically, who pulls the plug? Silver was frothy as fuck, guys. It hit. Here's the takeaway too: is it hit the 1618 extension. Do not sleep on these. Do not sleep on them. Like these things are powerful. They're real. They work for what work. As far as analysis works, they work. The 1618, there's the extension. Gave us 122. I thought, and here it is where me being wrong. I thought 100 would be some kind of support, right? This would be a 20% crash or whatever. Boom. Boom. Realistically, people take profit at the 1618, the measure move, the 122. They took profit. What happened? People longed it all the way up. We had some seriously frothy retail all the way up. Well, the last month. What did they do? They opened longs. So what happened? Price reversed for like the first time, and all those longs just got cascaded, liquidated. Damn, silver still pushing lower. Silver could easily be back at 100 by the end of the day, Bren. I don't disagree. I don't disagree. It could be. The problem, here's like the big problem, is you only have 3 hours and 40 minutes to go. Getting alerts. Night hit 5 cents. You only have 3.5 hours, which is enough time for that move to happen, but you're running out of time. Silver's move downward certainly reflects an asset that could bounce back up 25% in a day. I think what's more likely here is silver at the very end of the day will get some kind of wick, and you'll trade back or back up to that 100 into next week, right? That's the more likely scenario. I can also say this, taking a short right now on silver, I think is bonkers. Is like bonkers. But damn, I'll be damned if literally all day it's been bonkers and it's still printing. No mercy, bros. Silver is now down 31%. I need to change the I need to change the title because it's actually not crazy enough. It's not clickbaity enough. Why are metals crashing? This is officially in crashing territory. This is actually crashing territory. That's wild. Last week, told you guys to lock in them profits. I didn't say sell it all, but lock in those profits. And nobody liked that. What a lesson. I feel like I've learned more from the last 2-3 weeks, maybe 3 weeks of metals trading. As a trader, I've learned more than I have in like a year. I haven't learned shit in the last few years. I've learned so much. Just being able to watch this happen has been so beneficial. Like the frothiness, being attacked just for talking about like downside on metals, like the euphoria. Bitcoin's crashing now. Let's go over there. Let's go over to Bitcoin. I kind of don't think it is. All right, here we go. Bitcoin, are you finally going to join it? Bitcoin, I said earlier, I was making fun of it, is Bitcoin's like, nah, I can't even be bothered. I can't even get in on the dump. It's like, I'll dump later. Bitcoin moving down too. What in the fuck is happening? I rarely say the F word on this channel. What the fuck is happening, dude? Wild. Bots are slamming the TWAP. Dude, all the bots are slamming sell. The only thing that seems to be up today is the dollar. And Nat Gas, Natty Light, the beer is up. Yeah, they're up. Nat Gas is up 5%. I don't think that's the rotation. The Dixie is up. I don't even think that's the rotation. I don't know. I don't think there is a rotation. What else is moving? Bro, gold will bounce on Monday. That's what I was saying. Yeah. I think that the lower you close today on gold and silver, the more you'll open to a bounce next week. The problem that we've seen, the masters of this problem, boys, is you close down here, and what happens Monday? You get a big exciting candle. And maybe you go back to 100, and then what? That's when it gets serious. The fall isn't the bad part for me. Wow, it's still dumping. What in the hell is going on? Something else is going on now. Something's like falling apart. Guys, chat, we need to like source this. What's happening? Something's getting liquidated. Something big is happening in the world right now. I can see this in the charts. I can read into the mystical energies and divine pathways of the charts. And they're telling me that something big just happened in the world. What's happening? I'm telling you, this is not like a normal sell-off. Something big's happening. Bump. Holy smokers. What is happening, dudes? Silver at 75. Silver's now down 35% in the day. All right, I don't want to At this point, I can't even be like, I told you so. I told you so. No, because, bro, nobody saw this coming. No one saw a 34% candle in a day. Holy shit. Big new. Wait, the new big E files dropped? Did the Epi files drop? The EpiPen files? I doubt it. Don Lemon arrest. I don't want to get political with it, but dude, yeah, arresting journalists is wrecked. Is wrecked. I don't think that's it though. I don't think that's related. World War III? Nah, I feel like if there was World War III, this would be okay. Institutions actually hate this stuff. I'll be honest. ETF providers and things like that will love this for fees. Exchanges will love this for fees, but market makers absolutely do not love this. Market makers are getting wrecked today. You may see billion-dollar market makers get liquidated today, like maybe out of business. Why isn't silver halted trading? Does silver function like that? I think that's just a stock market. It is over 7% in an hour. I don't know. I think that's just the stock market, right? Of course, that's not my area of expertise. Holy hell, what is happening? I don't think it's any of the things we're talking about. Don isn't a journalist. That's fine, Bourbon. I already said I don't think that's it. We're not going to argue about that. That's not important. I don't know who he is. Yeah, why? I guess doesn't hold. Yeah, the Fed chair nominee. I guess it maybe is like markets are thinking it's gonna get the dollar back on track. I don't think that's it. The yen carry trade. We can go on yen. Did yen do anything today though? Wasn't this like a month ago? I mean, it's a big move, but it's not that big. 2% down. The JPY is rallying. JPY is rallying. You can see that right here. Macro picture doesn't look like a huge deal. Why is silver dropping so fast? Dude, that is an answer nobody can. That is an answer. The only answer there is to why silver is dropping so fast is we can like look at gold, silver and say retracement in this pair. We can say this. Silver got heavily overvalued against gold since April of last year. This is a return to the mean. We were looking at this earlier. The gold silver pair really 60% or so silver gained over gold. This brought it to, and we were looking at this. I know other analysts have been looking at this too recently, but we have the receipts. We were looking at this days and days and days ago saying this is it. Like gold, silver bounces here or it falls another, I don't even know. What is it? Like another like 30% to 2011's lows. It reversed on this 40-year trend line. As this fell, silver got overvalued against gold. Down here is its historic overvaluations. That's what this chart is truly telling us. On this trend line is the historic overvaluation of silver. When we can like throw another trend line on the top, we can go here and say, this is the historic overvaluation of gold versus silver. So as this has reached down, it's reached that overvaluation. And so some kind of reversal, even if it's just a dead cat bounce, is pretty expected or pretty, I don't know, fits analysis well. So what's happening? Why is silver selling so fast? It is repricing against gold. It's overvalued. It's repricing. It did break through this weekly order block already. We do have this death cross going on the week. Perhaps this is where it's going. That's pretty high, though. That's a pretty big... That's a pretty big retracement. It's pretty big retracement. But then the other explanation that anyone could give you, and outside of this, nobody has the answer, is the dollar is showing some strength. I don't think that is enough, though. I think something else is happening. The AI ship could be sinking. I think something else is happening. Silver has been trading like meme coins, like altcoins, for a while now. I don't see anything in the news. What do we need to like crowdsource this chat? Stock slide hot inflation data? Is that it? Ooh. 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 Here we go. Here we are. This doesn't yeah, here we are. US core. This is huge. This is actually really big. US core PPI 0.7, forecasted at 0.2. Previous was 0. US PPI. I remember the PPI, PPE. Is it actually, I don't remember now. I'm too in the zone. PPI, PPE. One of those two is the preferred metric of the Fed. I think it's PPI. People often cite CPE, but this is what the Fed cites most often. That's a huge. That happened at 8:30 this morning, though. I kind of feel like that isn't what's happening here, but that's huge. That is hot. That's inflation, not just heating up, but like inflation, like ripping the engine. That's a good explanation. That's at least something to point to. Inflation up, then why the dollar up? I think that's on basically on a sum. I was gonna say, I wonder if we had odds of a hike after that reading. Maybe not. What's up, Wick? You remember where you work? I don't remember where you work. I assume the government or something. You can DM me. Leadership officially beginning to acknowledge politics are becoming an issue. I mean, it's hard not to, man. No matter how you feel about it, positive or negative, the administration is getting politics into everything, it feels. They already were in everything, but like jamming it. The dollar is still rallying. Here we go. This would be your explanation. The dollar's still putting on gains. Silver. Hemorrhaging, bro. Hemorrhaging. What's up, Alka? What's up, Alexander? Sunny Chalwa. Muzaffar. Subscribed. Shaba. Subscribe. Star Job. Kuwait. I missed all these new subscribers. If you're out there, let's fucking go, boys. Today's the day. You're tuned into the right place. Headquarters of chaos on charts here. That's where we are. What's up, Anu, Gordon, everybody else out there? Keep subscribing, keep smashing the likes. It's all manipulation. It always is. How many people got rich today off short contracts? Honestly, probably very few. That's how markets usually are, though. Usually in crazy blindsiding moves, very, very few people benefit, but they benefit big. What's up, tough guy? Just being tough, you know. Just being tough. What the hell is going on? I don't know what's in the news, Samberger. My best guess here, PPI prints were insanely hot. Super hot. Showing inflation rearing back up. Not under control as maybe they discussed even on Wednesday. Other than that, what can we say? Cascading liquidations. Silver was... people were FOMOing. I've been trying to describe this to you guys for a few months now. And it might be off the back of crypto not experiencing this, but like, I don't know what moves markets anymore. When I say that, I mean everything that I have learned through school or, you know, through like reading economic market stuff, everything I've learned that moves markets, I believe is wrong. People say supply and demand. I can't explain it, but it doesn't seem to be the driver of markets. Markets, the thing that I think is best reflective of market movement is counterintuitive. It's the opposite. It's like when peak euphoria, like when people FOMO in, you expect price to go up because there's more demand. The supply is relatively the same. But it seems to be the opposite. Euphoria seems, and this like FOMOing and like jamming in of capital seems to always happen at the top. Then you can say, well, like in bear markets and demand goes down and the price goes down, the peak level of like selling tends to happen at the bottom. It appears to me that markets move just based on the opposite of what we do. What, when I say we, I mean everyone. Like the opposite of what we feel, the opposite of reality. Like when people buy, it seems to go down, and then when people sell, it seems to go up. I don't know. I've been saying this for like a few months now, and it doesn't. I don't know. I can't explain it. I can't explain it. And that sounds very vague and kind of thin, right? But everything else doesn't seem to fit. Supply and demand does not fit. That probably works in like kind of closed loop, smaller, like local, like economy type things. Like it exists. I believe it exists, but it doesn't seem to be what pushes big markets and prices and market caps. Seems to be the opposite. Silver was being chased after. I don't necessarily think silver is done forever. This is not a great sign. It's not what you want to see, down 30% in a day. That's Bitcoin. I don't even know if Bitcoin has ever done that. I don't know if Bitcoin's even done that. 30% in a day? But what happened is everybody was long. FOMO and buying long, leverage. And then what happened? Longs started to liquidate and they cascaded. As longs liquidated, they sold on market. That's what they do. When a long closes, it sells. When a short closes, it buys. These longs began closing. That was putting market sells into the books, pushing price down more, hitting more liquidations, and they cascaded. That's all I got. Well, silver's going to bounce back up. I mean, I think so too. The question, though, isn't will silver bounce back up? Because almost certainly it will bounce back up after this candle. The question is, where can it go? How far does it go? This is the same question we are looking in the face at Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin has fallen from whatever, 100, I can't remember now, 126K, right? This might have been the bounce. We're screwed. But the question is like, where will it bounce, right? If this is it, and it only bounced to here, it's probably screwed. It's still got to bounce though. It's like, where does the bounce take you? Silver is almost certainly going to bounce, but what if it only moves to 100, right? Then what? The move down is not the scary part. The scary part is when you get a reversal and it moves slowly. You open on Monday, it pops up maybe to like 90 and then hangs out here intraday, right? And intra-week just kind of paints candles to the right. That's when it's painful and scary. If silver can open on Monday, pop up, obviously back to like all-time high, this thing's going to 250, right? But anything below that high, now that you've broken market structure, is problematic. It is. Long story short, I think silver will bounce too. The low... It's so hard to say the low's in. But like the low's probably in or close, right? We've already moved down 35%. Unlikely to move that much more intraday today. Over the course of the next 3 hours, 20 minutes. Unlikely to move significantly lower. Likely next week has some kind of recovery. But is that recovery just a lower high? You move to 100, you reject, you break whatever low we hit today, and all of a sudden, you're looking down the face of like $50. Like, not this quickly, but maybe over the course of quarter, 2 quarters, the year. This is sketchy. Definitely sketchy. Could you look at gold silver run? It's all we're looking at, bro. It's on the thumbnail. Largely, I think silver is selling more because it is correcting against gold value. It is at historically high values against gold. It's only really been more overvalued against gold at 3 points in its existence. 1980, 2011, and then today. Today, at the low. Or I guess that was yesterday at the high. It hit the trend line, 40-year trend line, death cross on the week above it. And here we go. It's just revaluing against gold. It got overvalued, and now it's going back to its, I'll say, fair, true. These are all kind of loaded words, though, because they're objective. But reverting to the mean. How about that? It's reverting to the mean. The same thing can happen here, though, right? We just saw the sell-off in silver against the dollar, and we're looking, well, very likely we get a bounce into next week, but where does that bounce bring us? This valuation is really looking down the gun of the same thing. It's like maybe you come to 67, and if you reject and move below that trend line, you are going to be looking for potentially a brand new, like, highest valuation of silver versus gold. This chart does largely explain, though, why gold is holding up better, why silver is doing worse. It is a pretty crazy chart. You have a lot of data. It takes a lot of zooming out to get anything near this price. This was an energetic move, the likes of which this pair is like really never seen. It saw it in 2010, financial crash, and it saw it in 1980. Look at this. Look at that, though. This is kind of cool. 3-month candle. Wait, that should be the same as the month candle. The monthly candle of gold silver. I didn't even notice this earlier. Maybe it wasn't there yet. Gold silver just turned green after touch. This is craziness. This is like some of the craziest, dude. This would even be crazy for crypto. What's going on right now today in gold and silver. Even by Bitcoin standards, this would be crazy. The monthly candle was all the way down here. And now on the last day of trading, it is a bullish hammer. Wow. 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 73? What the fuck, dude? This is insane. Doesn't gold have a gap in the daily chart? Probably does. I wouldn't be too worried. Or I wouldn't pay too much attention to like a gap on anything right now. This is wild, dude. Gold is crazy. Crazy catching up. 30%. A 30% shift from the weekly open. A 35% gain against silver today. Now reaching back to the 50-day. That's bonkers, bro. The ship is sinking. Silver's still not done. Holy fuck. Are we cooked? Holy shit. Holy shit. There's like nothing else even to say. Oh, dude, when you say run, you mean bank run China's biggest hub or selling and buying gold and silver that didn't exist. People refusing to make do on people's investments. See that? That's what people have been waiting, I guess, for Bitcoin to do as well. Maybe not necessarily dump, but like paper Bitcoin not be redeemable and spot Bitcoin gain price. Physical still up to 110, said Master Angler. Interesting. Let me look up physical spot. Dude, what a crazy... I woke up and I didn't think that this day would be like this. Physical silver. Put the word spot. Trading view ticker. This will be interesting. 𝐂𝐴𝐺 I think I have that. ZAG. These are perps on ZAG though. Damn! Binance listed silver and killed silver. Dude, that's actually kind of crazy. Silver sector. ZAG USD spot. I don't know. ZAG USD spot FX Forex Fact CM does not reflecting that. Holy shit. We have 2,500 viewers today, and it's not an FOMC. Let's go. Let's go. Holy shit. I know a lot of you are tuning in today because you're probably freaking out about gold and silver. You've been following them recently and you're probably getting wrecked. You're in good company. We have covered live trading charts and mostly Bitcoin and crypto over the last 7 years here live. And we've gone through quite a bit of this. Welcome. You're in a good spot here. I always say this for crypto, so I should say this for silver and gold and stocks and things as well. So if you're panicking today, it's okay. You're likely among many others that are panicking as well. This is not fun. This feels bad. Here's what I really think you should do. I don't give financial advice, but my best advice just for your soul and for your well-being is to take a break. Take a moment. You can stay here on the channel. Take a breath. Relax. If you are thinking about panic doing something, I don't know, maybe you bought silver and gold in the last few days, you're down 35% since yesterday, and you're thinking about selling it all, right? And you're taking a huge loss. Just take a break, take a breather. Go for a walk, go to the gym, pet a dog, I don't know, talk to a girl, do something, get your mind off of this. I know it feels like if you look away for a second, you'll just go to zero. It'll be here. But before you make a decision, break that emotional and that mental connection to how you're feeling right now. It'll come back, probably. But break it before you go over there and you lock in the loss. I think silver still could trade lower today, but I think largely we will see higher prices than this as soon as Monday. You can revisit this idea Monday and hopefully at a better price. For panic selling or panic buying, whatever. If you're looking to buy a dip, I mean, I don't think it's a terrible place to buy a dip, especially even just to look to sell it Monday. The odds of no bounce coming from a candle like this, having seen candles similar to this, is, I think, very low. Basically, long story short, you are likely being driven by emotions in this moment. And in my observation of thousands of people in this community, through crypto being largely driven by emotion, virtually every single decision made under these circumstances, feeling rushed, feeling panic, feeling scared, feeling bad, virtually 100% of decisions are the wrong one when made in that mental state. So just break it. Maybe just hang out here, listen to some dubstep, relax, just do something. Anyway, holy shit, I don't blame you. I was saying this earlier. I don't even think Bitcoin has had a day this big. Biggest percent daily loss Bitcoin history. Let's see. March 2020, 50% loss. I mean, I know we crashed in 2020, but like, was it a one-day loss? It might have been. It's been so long now. 38%. Holy shit. Okay, if you're feeling bad, I understand why you're feeling bad, fam. Literally. Silver is down today. Sorry, I'm not trying to laugh at you guys. Silver is down today. The COVID candle amount for Bitcoin in 2020. It closed down 38%. So actually, Bitcoin did trade 41% down. So it did trade lower. And did close lower than it currently is at silver. But bros, silver's at like 35%. Like, it is not far. That's insanity. That's insanity. That's insane. All right, I got it. I'm like full of tweets today. Hold out the.
I hope we haven't killed him.
Is dumped today almost as much. I'll just do this. Being incorrect always works better on Twitter. Put a WTF on there. Lots of people, let's put it this way, lots of people were watching this channel during this time in March of 2020. And lots of people were coming in and likely feeling the same thing you're feeling today on silver, looking to panic sell and watch. Had they simply waited, they literally would have never seen those prices again. But had they waited even just a few days, prices would have been higher to get out of those positions. That's why I caution anything done in the moment. Here we go. Here we go. Silver finally bouncing. Still down for the hour, but finally a little bit of bounce here. This is insane this is crazy volatility. In 3 minutes, it's up 4%. 5 minutes before that, it was up 4.7%. In 7 minutes. What the fuck is happening in the world right now? This is insane. There you go. And that my advice has already aged well. If you had just chilled from the moment I said take a breather, I think I said that at like the very bottom, you would be up almost 10%. Take a breath. That's insane. I like how 40% of people said bullish selling. Milena Trump book came out. Must be it. Must be it. 610. Men cannot create silver. They can create paper. Do you guys see this though? Do you feel this energy? Gold people, silver people, they're just crypto people. They're Bitcoiners. They just don't know it. They're saying the same things we say. Here we go. The bounce has begun. Let's go. Above 81, now at 82.2. Dude, this is insane. How much is silver going to reverse today? Will it reach 100 today? It could. It could. That's a really hard bet. You're asking if it'll make a 20% move in the next 2 hours. Statistically, probably not. But I think $100 is in its future soon. Monday. The bounce is where it gets scary. This is a wonderful day, Pro Noob. This is an insane day, bro. Brent Ryder. Who's Brent Ryder? He said 100. Oh, you're Brent Ryder. 100 today. The only reason I think 100 today is a bad bet is because you only have 3 hours. 3 hours and 10 minutes. With the volatility this is traded down today, it's on the table for sure. If it doesn't happen today, we are saying this all the way down Monday. Damn. 82, 83. This is insane. Still down 2.8% on the hour. 9 minutes to go, but look at these candles, dude. 11% in 10 minutes. Holy shit. The weird thing, gold and silver cannot be made like money, can't produce suddenly. Just like Bitcoin. Just like Bitcoin. Dude, we're all the same people. F you, Peter Schiff, for making us think we're not. Don't sell for the paper. Yeah, we don't like paper here either. Bitcoin is bouncing too. Don't hit me with a good time. All right, love it. Not super excited. Typically, we're very focused on Bitcoin, but as you can see, Bitcoin is not where the action was today. Just traded sideways. The selling off at the kind of the peak lows here, now back to the range high of the day, but nothing. Even with all this going on, Bitcoin still doesn't know what's happening. It's like an old man wandering around. Here we go. Check this shit out. Gold versus silver valuation touched the 50-day moving average, now moving back down. Silver retaking as it bounces here, retaking some of the ground against gold. This is maybe the craziest day we've ever covered on this stream outside of crypto. This is really crazy. This is like March 2020 crazy. This is wild. And we got okay, I thought we had like 3,000 viewers. Holy shit. I was like, I'll just pop on. It'll be a casual Friday stream. We'll chill. No. I would have dressed up if I knew it had been this crazy. Keep hitting the likes, guys. Keep subscribing. Please keep joining us. We're live. For those of you tuning in, we have been live on YouTube 7 years. Live trading. Just being genuine. I don't know I don't pretend I'm always right. I don't just lie to you guys, delete when I'm wrong. You know what I mean? We just go through these waves together. We ride through the storm. Make sure you subscribe, put a message in the chat, vote in the poll, engage with the live stream. Make sure to come back. We'll be live Monday at the latest. I mean, at this point, who knows? We'll be live all day here. Could be live just for the rest of the day with how much is going on. 3 more hours till 3 more hours tomorrow close. We could be live for the whole thing. We'll see. Luckily, I already ate, already went to the gym, already hydrated. This is wild. My main objection has been markets have been so boring. And here we are. Unexpected, dude. That is so insane. I was saying earlier, gold versus silver, these pairs, even though they're not directly traded, typically they still behave like charts. Here we go. We broke the downtrend. Silver lost valuation against gold, moved to its 50-day moving average, and now is doing a 180. Like literally reversing at the 50. I don't necessarily think that that's done. Especially not with this hourly down here. But for now, pulling back as silver bounces a little bit. Where's gold? You are now tuned in to the greatest. Here we go. Gold bouncing as well. Let's get in there. Gold randomly. I'll just say gold randomly bouncing. No rhyme or reason. That's markets, baby. Isn't that markets? No support, no resistance. No, there's nothing. I don't even think there's like, probably not even like a good fib retracement there. Like past the 618. Pretty random. Pretty random bounce. 4,683. There we go. Gold now outpacing silver on the recovery. Gold closing. Actually, tiny little candles. In the last 15 minutes, silver has traded up 11%. In the last 15 minutes. After falling 35% of the day, now at 15%. Gold trying to do the same here. Captain of the ship. 4,934 was our previous resistance, right? I don't even remember where that's from. But we see a little hit as support just above 5,000. Lost the level, trading below. That's a logical move here in the short term. Back to 4,934. Test this as resistance if we reject. Probably looking for a full move to 4,500 if we move through. What? Could see that return back into the 5,000s. Like this. I don't like that. Like this. Up, down, up, down. There we go. This is insane. I'm digging it. Let's put an alert at 90 for silver. 90 and 100 going to be interesting levels. Battlegrounds for silver itself. Peanut butter jet. Dude, these tunes are fire. I don't even know who's playing at this point. This is still Zomboy. Zomboy's fire. Please don't strike us, Zomboy, for using your music. Silver on sale. You love silver. I mean, I think we all can agree we love everything but fiat. No, thank you. Silver is going lower for a few weeks before ripping again. Pro noob. Certainly could happen, right? Nothing bullish about today for silver. I think betting down, though, is really odd. Is a strange bet. Betting down after 27% from the high to the low. 37%. Betting down further, I think it just like statistically is rough. You easily could have made the same argument, though, and said, you know, betting down after all this upside is rough. I get it. That is insane. Silver, I don't think, has ever seen a move like this. Ever. This is Bitcoin, altcoin, crypto-esque volatility. Like, this is insane. 3 minutes for the hourly close here, and we are battling for the first hourly close. Damn. Bag it up. Silver was 78. Dude, silver was 74. Silver was 74 20 minutes ago. Not even 20 minutes ago. 19 minutes ago, 74. Now 84. This is absolutely bonkers. Volatility. Happy to cover this. This is crazy. Craziness. Pack it up. Where are we going? Keep voting in this poll. 1,600 votes. We can get more than that. Tops in. Bullish selling. Send it higher. Bullish selling. Or just question marks. Vote in the poll. Hit the like button. How many likes have we got? You dumped all your medals. Your hedge became a meme coin. They are meme coining. They are meme coining. Silver still catching up here. Damn, yo. This hourly close is looking huge. A little bit higher, silver. A little bit higher. See if you can flip. If you flip this green and close, I think we see 90 before like intraday. Sell it all. No one cares about silver. Go for it. Did I get liquidated on my long? For gold? Oh, wait. No. Never mind. You guys saw me take profit on my long at 5,000 for gold. I still have some of it open. I opened it down here, though. I'm not liquidated. This is insane. Gold now trading into a green hourly candle at the very last moment. Gold now green with 90 seconds to go. Silver struggling to flip green. Gold versus, dude, this is insane. I'm so into this. Let's go. I wish every day could be this crazy. 50-day moving average. Boop. Bye, says Andrea. Bye. Maybe BYE. Baby, bye. 50 seconds to go. Clutching this close here. Silver now down only 1.5% with 40 seconds to go. Anything can happen here. It absolutely can close green. Gold faring a little better. Locking in that hourly green candle here. Flipping green. Looking for that 5,000-ish test. Whew, this is awesome. 2.8 thousand people watching. Who's here? Who are these people? All these gold people, all these silver people. Let's go metal people. Look at all these chatters. These are just the chatters. Just for every one of these, there's like 20 people lurking. Fire. This is the most fun day of streaming for a while for me. 8 seconds. 8 seconds for the hourly closing. Gold cementing a green close here. What about silver? Couldn't do it. Absolutely a strong bottom wick there for silver. Solid close to the hour. After trading down to 74 at 121 just 24 hours ago for 38% move downwards. Silver closing this hourly up. Let's see, from the wick to the close. 12% bounce. Silver regaining some of that. I think we are likely to see, at least indecision, right? Sideways or green into the end. Like, I can't imagine we just keep selling off into this daily close. That's insane. It's absolutely insane. 12% bottom wick. Let's get it. Over to gold, continuing the upward trajectory. Looking for 4,900. Let's see. Gold versus silver. Gold versus silver. Yeah, gold retaking some of its ground here as it continues to recover, and silver what doesn't? A little bit. Oh, what's up, Papa Stoney, Gregory, Man City, Immortal Paradox? I missed a lot of subscribers. What's up, 420? AJ, what's up, brother? Ed, BNKR. Sure, dude, it's hard to look at anything right now. I'm not even looking at Bitcoin. Who else subscribed? Mambuzia, Daniel Kim, Drunken Master. What's up, bro? Gorav Roy, Louis Berea. What's up? This guy, Joni. Make this bigger. Stay on my toes. There we go. Make this bigger. If you subscribe while we're live right now, your name will pop up here and I'll shout you out. ABC, Mo Righty, Indrak, BMW, 320, Nemrox, Derek, Rap to the World. What's up? Sand Char Network. Sandshard Network. PRV Nick. What's up, Nick? Peterson, 𝐷𝐿𝐿, Kenneth. Bro, we have hundreds of people subscribing today. C. Brown, Sandeep, Miro, Batzorg, Alka. We're going to look at this really quick. BNKR, what's going on here? Man, I do appreciate the super chats. I don't know if I can actually give this my attention, though. What's up, Waleed? Waleed? What's up, bro? Yeah, dude, I don't know if I can give this my attention. Bankers Investment Trust. Is this the right ticker? I'm not gonna lie, man. We got so many viewers. I hate to do it. I feel bad. We got so many viewers. They're all here for silver and gold right now. We gotta stick to them. We gotta stick to the metals today. I appreciate you, dude. Just remind me, or even ping me in the Discord. I'll look at it after the stream. Johnny Gample, what's up, bro? Subscribing. All right, gold. The new hour has opened. Silver now trading down into the new hour. Fresh hourly upon us. The trading day, to probably many people's excitement, closes very soon. 2 hours and 56 minutes until we wrap up this crazy fucking day. This has got to be the craziest day of trading. This honestly might be the craziest day of trading we've ever covered. We streamed through March of 2020. That is maybe the only comparable time to how insane this is. What's up, Seth? Fetazi, Fanatic Beats, Dale McKenzie, Gary Dippy. I don't know how they're coming in blocks like this, but I'll take it. Unk Rick, what's up, Unk? Rohit Rawat, Sand Silk Vicky. What up, bros? Keep subscribing, keep them coming. Actually, I'm just gonna rip this. I'm gonna rip some of these bad boys off. Keep subscribing, keep hitting the like button. I don't know where we're at with likes, but let's get some more likes going. Wait, I'm gonna gift out some memberships here and get right back into the updates. We are covering gold and silver melting down live on stream. Are the lows in for today? It actually is looking pretty decent on that front. It is knock on wood. Throw soul, dude, all your superstitions, guys, because this is an insane day. No one has the answers. We're doing our best to cover it live, to keep things rational and calm. Remember, if you're feeling panicked, stressed, freaked out, take a break, try to breathe, calm down that heart rate. Making decisions, it's funny. I last said this about 20 minutes ago, but I'm going to re-say it. I did this exact spiel like 25 minutes ago. I said, if you're panicking right now, take a breath. Functioning in this moment in real time with your emotions running away from you almost always is the wrong move. And literally it was the exact bottom so far on silver when I said this. Silver was trading down to 74. It's now at $84. Hasn't even been half an hour. In the moment when you are panicking, your fight or flight is activated. Yet you're making these decisions based on like you're in the moment feeling. You're feeling urgency. It's kind of like the same as scammers. You're feeling urgency. You have to do it now. You think it'll go to zero. Just take a break, relax, maybe hang out here, listen to some tunes, listen to my voice, go for a run, go to the gym, whatever. Do something to break that emotional connection and then come back. And if you're still feeling that way, go ahead and do whatever you're going to do, right? But just try not to operate in the moment. I have been here live for almost 8 years, 7 years. Thousands and thousands of people. We're a crypto channel. Thousands of people here have come in and emotionally bought or emotionally sold in moments like this. And I want to say that 100% of the time it's been the wrong decision. I'd say 100% of the time. Round it up 100% of the time. Take a moment. Take a breather. I know you're panicked. I know this sucks. You're not alone. Everybody here is feeling the same thing. It's going to be okay. Yeah. Just watch out for yourselves, please. 84 on silver, gold, reaching up to 493 right here for this little bounce. Gold not actually putting on gains against silver, largely sideways. Wouldn't be surprised to see volatility come down. This has been a bonkers few hours, guys. Absolutely insane few hours here. It's possible that it continues, but like unusual for markets to sustain that kind of volatility. Silver closed up from its low in the last hour 12%. Largely, that 12% was in the last 20 minutes. Oh, all of it was in the last 20 minutes. This market is fucking moving. Trading right now is a rough idea. Honestly, I don't hate the idea of looking for like a, not leverage probably, but a long, maybe spot position into Monday. I think the odds of just seeing the reactionary move to this sell. Think of like a bow and arrow. You pull the bowstring back, right? You pull it back. That's the selling. As soon as you let that go, it shoots forward. That's how markets largely operate. When they move in one direction, when they're pulled in one direction, they like to shoot in the other direction pretty quickly. Doesn't always get you anywhere great, but I think that there's a play into Monday. I can't see this market opening down Monday. That'd be wild. So is this move, though. We were talking about taking profit on silver at 122. 100 and 122 on this channel. Since 121.80, we are 39% down on the wick today. That's crazies. A lot of market structure broken here. This is definitely not what you want to see as somebody who is bullish on metal. This doesn't necessarily, or by definition, mean that silver's never going to go up, the bull run's over. But it is absolutely not what you want to see. Not just because your P&Ls, but because market structure is really being broken here. This move downward has invalidated a lot of the uptrend on the lower time frames. Zooming out, it still looks bad. It's kind of crazy. Zooming out, that looks bad. However, still trucking, right? Still moving up and to the right here. There is a scenario where we open and silver recovers all this losses like next week. There's still a scenario where that happens. There's absolutely still scenarios where we trade into $200. The slower the reaction to this low, though, the farther away that's likely going to be. I really can't stress it enough. With today's volatility, anything's on the table for this. But what we are going to be looking for, and to me, what is more scary or potentially more damaging to these charts is Monday. We open a new month. We've closed down. These monthly candles maybe even flipped red. We're going to have to go back to the months. But Monday, opening green, if silver rallies, gets very exciting. But let's say it rejects from 100 on Monday. That's going to be a pretty sketchy setup. You may see something like this. That's like kind of like what we're looking at for Bitcoin. We had a big sell-off in November. We're just chilling there, moving sideways, threatening the further dump. The retracement is where things get rough. The sell-off, the more intense it becomes, the closer to it being over it is. Right now, I mean, it's looking pretty good that the low is in for the day. Damn. So silver traded to 74. It opened the year at 72. So it came within $2 of flipping the yearly candle red today. Now back up, though, obviously. 18%. Oh, that's for the year. That's insane. I've never seen anything like this in metals. If Monday opens and rips, dude, this will be the most euphoric moment. Here's like a, let's have some hopium. Let's change the vibe up here. If Monday opens and silver rips up like past 122, you couldn't see silver like a double overnight. Here is my caution though. If something like this happens, like this is a capitulation low, this would be like akin to like Bitcoin on its way to 20K, dropped from like 10K to like 5K overnight and then kept running. If this happened, I would get out of any position here. If you see silver recover from this and double quickly, I would get out of every position. That is the classic blow off top. It's like expansion, bear trap, blow off top, bear market. Classic move. Got to mix it up. There's a lot of negative vibes. Got to have some good vibes. That is very much hopium. But it's on the table. This move puts everything on the table. Silver now sideways on the hour. Gold, same thing. We're seeing the market in a little indecision. Thank God. There's been too much decision in the market today. Finally seeing a little indecision here. Price is trading down in ways we've never seen. Finally chilling. 600 silver on the monthly, Rockstar. 600 silver on the month. Let's get past 120. Let's get past the 1618 first, right? This has been on this channel. You guys, all the OGs, all the regular watchers, have seen this target, have seen 122 sit here for months and talked about for months. I was about to concede I was wrong about 122 yesterday. As it flew up there, I was like, all right, it's toast. Here we are. This is where profit taking was expected to happen. This is like the first stop, hopefully. My lord. My lord. Everything just looks so... It just still looks cooking, though. I don't have any silver. I got no dog in the game. No bias here. Strength on the bounce. My lord. My lord. I don't even know. We have so many people jumping in the stream. So many people subscribe. What's up, bros? What's up, Ellis Tech? Yan Morin. Big Timer. Rohit. That's another Rohit. Hamad. What's up, Hamad? Willie Boy. Super chatted 6 Euroes. Thanks, Tom. The stock, it printed the first letter of your name in the chart W. What? The stock, it printed the first letter of your name in the chart W. Willie Boy, I don't know what you're talking about, bro, but I love you. Happy Friday. What's up, Guatom, J Snip, Dominic, Najil, Seth, already got you. Keep subscribing out there. Keep jumping in. We're covering gold and silver's meltdowns live. The hourly candle closed 15 minutes ago. We have 2 more hours of trading. My voice is going. 2 hours and 45 minutes of trading left in the day. It is looking likely that the low for today is in. For those of you tuning in, I think the probability tips in favor of a recovery Monday, but the strength of that recovery or how sustainable it is completely unknown. After a move like this, I don't think gold has ever seen a downside candle like this in a day. I don't think silver has ever seen a downside candle in a day like this. There is a lot of built up potential energy there looking to release into Monday, in my opinion. It is very hard. There's going to be a lot of people out there telling you they know exactly what's going to happen next because they want your clicks, they want your money, they want to sell you their whatever. Nobody knows. The volatility we've seen today has been absolutely blindsiding to markets. Nobody could have seen this coming. Not like this. Anybody who says they did is lying. Stay away from those people. This is just so insane. This just shapes everything. It shapes us so much. Something fundamentally broke today, in my opinion. Certainly, we're going to see market makers liquidated after today, maybe into Monday. I don't know if we'll hear about that soon. We'll hear about it, though. They're coming. Market makers got wrecked today. People supplying liquidity got owned. Or I just lost my train of thought. Let me jump to the chat. What did we find anything that could explain any of this? Anybody? Any of it? Other than profit taking, like fundamentally, did anything happen? What's up, Lean 6? All the paper silver shorts had to be out by the end of the month. Fair enough. JP Morgan, Citi buying, Moody's pulling them out. Okay. The timing is right. I mean, that's when people ask me, why is this happening? No matter what we're looking at, I always point to the chart and I never point to news. Charts don't need news, right? Charts a no. My explanation is always like, well, we hit the extension. Profit takers are in. Now we're selling off. We are very, very, very much running it into the close here. 2 hours and 43 minutes to close February. Silver almost traded red for the month today. Think about that. That's crazy. Paper positions getting out. I mean, that could make sense. Profit taking, getting them out. February open. Could be it. Let's check the month on gold again. Open at 43. Gold's still good. Gold definitely holding on to its gains better for this close. That's insane. I'm just like truly in awe today, man. I thought this only happened in crypto. Here we go. I think we get a really indecisive, scary close. But you did, though, YB Savage, but I did. We did call it. No, so YB, did we call the exact top on silver to date? Yes, but now technically no. I said 122. It was 121.80. Sure. Okay, so silver, yes, but not gold. Not gold. I said 5,000 on gold, remember? Gold traded to 5,600, so I wasn't right. I was wrong. I was wrong there. So I didn't call it perfectly. No. It just changes up so much of what's possible Monday. Like, you see a 38% move down in a day, you can see a 38% move up in a day. I would say a week ago, nobody would think that was going to happen, and now it's on the table. A hunt? Absolutely. Metal markets were euphoric. As a largely crypto-focused channel, it was pretty obvious that metals were very euphoric last week. Even into this week as well. Anytime charts see FOMO, they sell off. We talk about this a lot. You think that FOMO, people entering the market, new buyers coming in, pushes the price up, but in reality, that tends to happen at the very, very kind of pico moments, at the like highest prices. These people come in, and their buying doesn't push the price up more. Tends to somehow make it go down, and that's probably the best explanation of this. Everybody was talking about silver. I was playing Arc Raiders, and someone who didn't recognize me on Arc Raiders brought up silver in like our little autofill team squad. They were like, whoa, silver's having a day. I should have known. Keep loading. Dip for paper holdings. I'm struggling to find like a physical spot chart. So spot silver chart, trading view. It all just pulls up the same chart. ZAG USD. ZAG USD is at 84. So is this one. 83. So is this one. So I'm like, I guess I'm confused. Metals is not my expertise. Like when people are saying spot prices are different than metal, where are they seeing this? Why is the green and gold slowing down? Because this is the scary part. I told you going down isn't scary. It's going back up that's scary. Going down is nothing. Going up is scary. So much rides on these retracing and moving back to their all-time highs. Any lower high here is very bad. Like any lower high. Move to like 5,300 and reject is really bad. The move back up is scary. The slower it is, the more it hurts. But it's always the retracement that is threatening. The initial move where you feel the emotions and you want to panic sell, that's not the dangerous part. The dangerous part is once those emotions leave and now you just don't really know what you're supposed to do. It's like it's not selling anymore, but it also isn't like blasting. That's when people get trapped. They sell the bottom, they sell the emotional bottom, and then they buy it on the way back up somewhere, kind of like a local emotional top, just to see it reverse again. They get chopped. OANDA silver gold chart's the best. Is that on TradingView? Boom. Okay, let's see if that works. Because here's ZAG. ZAG is the same, 73. Actually went a little bit lower than silver, like a few cents. OANDA. I don't see it. I guess it's not on TradingView. That's my issue, is TradingView doesn't seem to have it. I don't know. Oh, here's a great opportunity to call out scams. Oh no, where'd it go? Binance. Here's a great opportunity to call out scams. Binance. Here we go. So in the chat right now, we have a scammer. It's probably a bot. It's not a dude. Right now, official exchanger have bug. No, there's no such thing as that. This is not a real thing. You posted a video, great, this is a scam. Like, this guy is a bot. There's other channels, I'll say this. There's no such thing as an exchanger bug, okay? This is just a common classic scam. So we will say goodbye forever to Mr. 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐫, the bot scam. Goodbye. Microsoft dumping. What are stocks doing? Stocks are pretty sideways, at least the SPX is. Hit all-time highs on Wednesday, retraced, but stocks are not feeling the pain that metals are. If you're an OG of this channel or a regular watcher, you know that, in my opinion, I'm not going to say 50-50, but there is, at this moment, a significant chance that the top is in for stocks for now. The measured move up here, 7,500, 7,469. This is probably the better bet. I would say 25% chance and then 75% chance. But we are at a potential injunction, a potential pivot for stocks here. I'm only really looking forward to back test last year's February's high. That's support, like it did. We called it last year. But it's interesting because metals are doing this crazy move. Stocks are at all-time high, but they're at this king extension. Everything seems to be like right at its like over extended point at the doors at the same time. Gold's recovery. No, it's slipping. Even pairs are at this point. Gold versus silver. A lot of people tuning in for this. This is on the thumbnail. We've talked about it a few times. We'll just keep going over it randomly. Silver was at extreme overvaluation for gold earlier this week. A 40-year trend line. Every time price moved down to this trend line, it was at extreme overvaluation for silver. Every time it moved to this trend line, it was at extreme valuation for gold. It moved down to a historic overvalued level. And literally reversed. Hit the line reversed. We have a breakout here today. This is today's candle. Hit the 50-day moving average, and it's put some breaks on it, but it may have further retracing to do. Really what's happening is it's just moving back into equilibrium. This is a very overextended move as silver outpaced gold. So gold looking to reprice silver back at equilibrium, probably around here. Probably. Until this area's meet, gold is likely to outpace silver. When this is hit, who knows? Sky's the limit. We could see an overvaluation of gold again, or we could see something new where we see a lower high and silver goes on to have more extreme valuations against gold. But this is really, really playing well. This looks like it has more to go on short time frames. So what that means is if gold and silver continue dumping, silver is likely to dump harder. Or if gold and silver both bounce here, and this is kind of the weird part, that gold is likely to bounce harder, which is kind of odd. Kind of an odd scenario, considering gold did not move down like silver. It moved down to 9%. Silver's still at like 25% for the day. 30% for the day. Which would mean that maybe, I don't know, like gold retraces, let's say it's back to the high, for 15%, and silver doesn't even move 15%. That would be an interesting and brutal scenario. It is looking likely to me. I think this is kind of the most likely outcome. No one knows the future. My crystal ball is broken. But I think the most likely outcome, simply due to what we've seen here, is that we see something like this again, right? Trade down. Unless you get that. Unless you get the bear trap and you go parabolic, right? Likely to see some kind of dicking around under previous all-time highs, right? Something like this. So not the end of the world, but man. I think on Monday we're going to have some clarity because the chart is telling me that something weird happened. I have seen moves like this in the 7 years of being live on YouTube full time. Honestly, I want to say just March of 2020. I don't think I've ever seen another day that was quite like this. What about you guys? Okay, let me refresh the chat. Silver losing a little bit of its momentum on this recovery. Back into a red hourly candle. Not normal, Rob. There's nothing normal about this. Something happened today. The government shutting down tonight, Scars. I mean, maybe that's related as well. It's crazy to live in a country where like our government is like barely ever works, but then just shuts down for long periods. Could be related, but honestly, it's kind of a weird correlation. I would think government shutdown would lead maybe to like upward pressure in metal, and definitely not downward pressure or definitely not upward pressure on the dollar, which is what we're seeing. My best guess today, without hearing some kind of black swan, which is incredibly likely for us to hear over the weekend, my best guess is PPI printed extremely hot inflation. Extremely. Everybody was pretty locked into this, like, inflation. Ooh, we got it under control. Tariffs didn't do anything. It's cooling. This is one of the most extreme inflation misses that we've seen in time. I don't even know. U.S. core PPI came in at 0.7. Its forecast was 0.2, and its previous reading was 0. 0. U.S. PPI came in at 0.5, previous 0.2, forecast 0.2. These are crazy misses. This is my best guess. Is inflation is hot. Trump talked about a new Fed chair. I already forget his name, Travis Walsh or something, who is a Fed guy who's known to be hawkish. I think until there's a better explanation, we have inflation hot, hawkish potential Fed coming in Q2, upward pressure on the dollar, looking for restrictive financial fiscal policy, not looking for rate cuts, maybe looking for, I mean, we might hear rate hikes. We could hear rate hikes. Potential talked about in February. With readings like that, we're closer to hikes than cuts. Maybe that's it, without any black swan info. Walsh. Gold is racist, broken. Interesting. Racist gold. Until we hear a black swan, I think that's it. A hawkish outlook for the year for fiscal policy. Upward pressure on the dollar, downward pressure on everything else. That's the best thing we got. This is JP Morgan? Okay. I mean, we can say that. I don't know. I feel like I hear that all the time, though. Like, for everything. It's like, it's always BlackRock and JP Morgan. Doing everything. Maybe that's fair. They have a lot of the money. They have a lot of the assets. Gold and silver are still struggling to recover off this hour. Halfway through now. Struggling. Putting in some upside gains, though. Gold is up 5% from its low just last hour. Silver's up more like 11 or 12%, 13%. They're recovering. Not really the recoveries I think we want yet, but they are recovering. The blood or the hemorrhaging at least has paused at this moment. Microsoft yesterday. The nominated fair chum is not close to hoggish. All right, Armin. Maybe I'm wrong. I just heard about this dude for the first time ever today, so I might be speaking incorrectly here. What is his history then? The one thing I read about him was like, yeah, the past of being hawkish. So you clearly know more about him, Armin. Tell me. Like, I'm not even trolling you or being a douche. Like, tell me. I don't know about him. The new Fed chair will swing towards Trump's wishes, rates down. I mean, that is what I was thinking as of yesterday. That's what I was thinking as of yesterday. Damn, dude, this comment, the comments are going so fast. Love you too, Autopilot. You're the man. Fed chair pick is to blame for this. A few crypto bros, this is a great time to buy. Robin, need I remind you, crypto people and metal people are the same people. We're all anti-fiat. Okay, Chaz is saying he's hawkish. Klaus Schwab. Breaking news, Iran declare war. Yeah, maybe war. Maybe a war declaration. Wait, so he's not hawkish, then what is he? Seems rigged. Markets are rigged as F. Fed chairman isn't a fan of quantitative easing. That sounds hawkish, dudes. I feel like I wasn't incorrect. Can we get a chat check on that? Did I speak incorrectly? You're not a crypto bro. That's okay, Broken. You don't have to be. But I'll tell you that metal people and crypto people, we're the same people. We're the same people. You might not think it. You might not want to believe it, but we're the same people. We really always have been. Distrust for centralization. Distrust of government to control our money. That's why we're in them. He is hawkish, and he was anti-quantitative easing even in 2008. I think I was right. Hawkish outlook for the year. When everyone, for all reasons, was looking for much more dovish. Everybody is expecting Trump to put a yes man. You know, here's kind of maybe what I'm thinking is maybe Trump puts a hawkish Fed chair, though he's not confirmed. It could be anybody still. Puts in a hawkish Fed chair, drives the dollar up, crashes everything, and then he just has someone to blame. They can just say it's this guy's fault. He's like what he's doing with, I mean, let's be real. Trump does love to, like, when things don't go right, he just says it's someone else's fault. Let's be real. Everything's Biden's fault still. It can just be this guy's fault. Or maybe this isn't going to be the guy and it's going to be someone else. I don't fucking know. But what I do know is that the dollar has seen some recovery after entering doom territory. This recovery perfectly in line with gold and silver sell-off. Perfectly aligned. The CPI, the prints came in today, inflation running away again. I mean, that all points to a hawkish year. Tight fiscal policy. Buy Kamala coin. God, no. Panic sellers got cooked. Yeah, they did. Who was here? Chat, who was here? Who was here right here when I was telling you guys, if you're thinking about panic selling, to just take a break. Take a breath. Armin from The Guardian. He had previously been seen as a monetary policy hawk, but appears to align himself with the White House. Okay. Fair enough, Armin. I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that at all. Sensing TD. Guys, any criticism of the president is TDS, clearly. Yeah, actually. You guys tell me. I mean, I don't doubt that, Armin. I was going off what I read. With 0.7 PPI, 0.7 forecasted 0.2. We're going to see hawkishness, and if we don't, we're just going to see hyperinflation. That's really what it is. Bomb it. What's up, Craig? Can we look at SPY? Can we look at the SPIX? Hasn't really done anything today. Largely ignoring this whole move. At all-time high. Chilling. Nothing really going on there. That's why we haven't looked at it much. Usually we spend a lot of time on Bitcoin. I haven't really spent a lot of time on Bitcoin. Bitcoin hasn't done much. Bitcoin struggling. Really trying to recover. Really trying. Ooh. Bitcoin, okay. This is kind of cool. Bitcoin potentially looking to flip the day green with 4.5 more hours to go. Back to the daily open after trading much lower. What's this recovery at? Silver recovered 12%. Bitcoin 4.2%. Silver way more volatile than Bitcoin today. Very much doubt it'll happen in the new Fed chair. So Armin, I will say this. I will also, one more thought about the Fed chair, because I do love talking about the Fed. So really, no matter who becomes the Fed chair, it doesn't work like that. So getting rid of Powell doesn't really do anything. The Fed chair obviously offers leadership, experience, wisdom, leads the Fed, right? But simply getting rid of Powell doesn't do anything. He should be, till 2008, still on the board. So he's still a voting member. He still gets one vote, just like he gets right now. The Fed chair is not a dictator. The board votes. And you can see the votes. Like, the votes are anonymized but public. So replacing a yes man into the Fed chairmanship doesn't do what people might think it will do. Like, it doesn't instantly mean rates will get cut or something. There's still 12 other voting members. One of them is Powell. And even obviously when Powell is not the Fed chair, you have to assume that other Fed members and other voting Fed members are still going to look up to him and still going to follow, like, maybe not follow him the same way, but, you know, they respect him. He has led them. I think they all think he's done a good job, pretty much. The Fed members do, even if you don't or I don't. it's unlikely that he will lose all influence. And even if he did, you have to have all these other people decide to vote differently. It's interesting. It's an interesting setup. 22 minutes on silver. It changes the momentum story. Yeah. Well, I think I acknowledged that, Arm. I think I did nod that. Is that it changes the leadership, and maybe I'm underestimating the impact of that. I will concede that I will underestimate the impact of that, but I also will take the liberty of saying that I think virtually everyone else is overestimating the impact of it. There you go. We're all right. Everybody can be right. Make silver 120 again. Make it 120 today. Daniel, appreciate you, bro. I love how you're wearing a tank top. It looks like you're streaming from your basement, just dishing alpha. Yeah, bro. It just is. No illusions here, man. I could put on a suit. I could have a really expensive, whatever in the background. I could set up a news station in this room. Wear a suit. Have whatever. It doesn't change anything. It just makes the appearance, right? I don't need the appearance of authority. I don't have authority, dude. I'm just a guy on YouTube. I've just been live trading for years. My authority is simply my receipts. That's it. I don't need to fool people. I don't need to trick people with I don't know, wearing a suit and telling you I know the future. Yeah, fuck that shit. But I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. We're live here at least 3 times a week for 7 years. Got a lot of free trading content too. If you're looking to upgrade your trading game, we have a great free playlist on this channel. It's got, I don't even know how many episodes at this point. Check it out. What's up, 27? If I had to decide for this weekend, would I overnight? Would I long? Would you overnight your long positions? You know what, man? I'm not so familiar with how those function over the weekend. Most of my trading has been in crypto, which doesn't close, doesn't have weekends. Mostly just perpetual contracts. I don't really know how that functions over the weekend, right? So I'm not going to answer. But what I will say is I do believe probability leans towards Monday opening green on all markets, all markets. It's insane for me to think that this candle prints and then Monday dumps again. I don't know, man. That's not what I know about markets. If we're going to dump again, I bet silver. Here's the most bearish outcome that I think is Monday, silver opens green and moves to 100 intraday. Intraday. I don't know, before noon. We're back. Silver's going to, we bought the dip, woohoo. Silver fails to break 100. Pulls back, let's say 80 or something, right? Does this, and the timing of it's irrelevant. This is how I think a continuation move down would look. I think it would start with a kind of euphoric move to 100 and then a loss of the lows. Basically, if it's going to move lower, I think it has to move higher first. The bullish scenario, is all-time highs, right? Capitulation bottom, silver explodes past 122, and it just rockets. Rockets over the week. Maybe you get this, you probably don't. This is the bullish path. Continue the parabola. The problem with this is if this actually happened, which, I don't think that's probability, but if this actually happened, this would likely be the end of the road. You have made the double. You have done the blow off top. You've doubled in price quickly. We've seen this in crypto. That's the last stop usually. This would likely be the end of the run. I think we're leaning more here to let's see what happens at 100. Let's see what happens. I think it's incredibly likely we get that retracement. Let me double check. I haven't totally redone this. 100, 618, 96. I mean, yeah. This area. I think you get the bounce. Then you see what happens. So would I hold longs overnight? Did you open them today? Could they opened 2 hours ago? Maybe you hold them. But with this volatility, dude, it's rough. It's rough. I would prefer to wait to close a position up here near 100 or even open a position at 100. That'd be my preferred move. If you caught a wick low, if you sniped this shit on silver, yeah, dude, I'd keep it open. But if you're opening now at 84, probably late to the party. Where are we at? Inching back up. It's almost 3 p.m. here. Dubstep still going hard. Oh, by the way, make sure you join our Discord. Discord.gg/TomCrown. It's free. 24-hour community there of traders. Jump in there. Sign up with our sponsors in the video description below. Our exchange sponsors, BYDeFi and Femex. They both have metals. I don't think they have stocks, but mostly crypto and metals. Which platform to trade silver on? I don't really know, dude. I don't know. Yeah, right. That's, you get like, well, this guy doesn't know anything. What is he talking about? He doesn't even know where to trade silvers. True. You got me. You called me out, bro. Let me see. Does Femex have ZAG? They all have. Yeah, there you go. Femex and BYDeFi. They both have ZAG. There you are. It's not spot, but contracts. Physical delivery 123. Tom, how old am I? How old do you think I am, Brent? Been streaming live here 7 years. I'll give you an idea. Moving gap on gold the 19th of January. Right here. Ah, yeah. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. 4,600. Starts like, yeah, 4,600. It's kind of crazy that this sold off and didn't fill it. Don't you think? That's what I said when we started reversing. I was like, gold is just like, just randomly reversing, just for no, really, seemingly no reason. In the sense of, I don't know, we're not at like a previous level of any kind. It's not like a psychological number. It's not like it hit like 4,500. It wasn't a previous resistance. It's just decided to turn around. It wasn't at like a retracement level. It wasn't like at the 618. It wasn't 0.5. Just like there. Maybe it is. If you see further downside in gold next week, that 4,600 likely the area to look at. Man, wouldn't that suck though? Further downside next week would be. Okay, here we go. Silver and gold breaking out from the recoveries. Right there. Boom. High, higher low. Breaking that higher high here on silver. Gold, same thing. Moving up to 4,930. Exactly as predicted. Nice little breakout. Further upside. Silver looking to move back. Dude, if it moves back to 90 today, that's crazy. Moves back to 100 today, I don't even know what to do. That'd be insane. It's possible. I can't believe I'm saying that. It's possible. Like, I don't know, dude. It's possible. This is insane. What's up, Jay Corey? What's up, Idiot Carrot? Do you see CME exchanges in London and China problem? I don't know what you're talking about. CME exchanges in London and China. What happened there? Just price mismatch or arbitrage opportunity? Here we go. Silver climbing up, dudes. What if silver goes back to 100 today? I'm getting like ahead of myself. Hopium. Yo Gesh, what's up? Subscribed. Steve Gully, Slim Dazzlem, Twice Born, Cody Freeman, C. Jerry, Ahmed, Leon. I think I missed this one. Oh no, I got that one. Sorry if I missed your super chats or anything. Today's a crazy day. We've been going for a while too. You subbed. What's up, Xander? Long leverage positions are unwinding. I'm sure this upside, I'm sure this volume sucks. I didn't even have it open, but I'm sure it sucks. Yeah. Interesting though, the low. Even the low there, the volume dropped out. That's weird. That's not what I expected. What's up, Coca-Cola? President Trump says Iran wants to make a deal. Yeah, who cares? I appreciate you bringing that to our attention, Clayton. But like, I don't think that matters. Check China price. How do I check China price? Marusta confirmed. Well, how is this confirmed? The key trigger is a sharp strengthening of the U.S. dollar. Yeah, that's what I said. Kevin Warsh. That's what I said. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's confirmed. I'm sure somewhere reported that. We reported that too. How do I check the China price of silver? Liquidations. Yeah, the liquidations were cascading. That's the best like explanation of how silver fell so much. It's like longs just got packed up in there. Price came down a little bit. Those longs started liquidating, putting direct market sells into the books, which drove price down, which caused more longs to liquidate. There's a cascading effect for sure. Silver. Just China silver, dude. I mean China silver, or do you mean like China against the yuan? Armin, you love being contrarian. If Iran wants to make a deal, that would matter very much. Yeah, bro, but like we hear like people want to make a deal all day, every day, and it's just like it's just irrelevant. If they really mean it, it's like yeah, sure. I mean, if things happen, but like we're not just gonna operate off of any time. Honestly, anytime Trump says that someone wants to make a deal, I mean the man says it all the time. Let's be honest. We gotta operate in reality. Put it this way: it's not that if they made a deal, it wouldn't matter. It's just saying that they want to make a deal does not matter. That's what it is. Like we hear this all day, every day. What is the price of tea in China? 1 tea, sir. China Shanghai futures. Yeah, but how do I even get it? How do I get it? There we go. Silver at 4,900. Tippy tappying the red line here. How do I get the price of silver in China? Trading view. Add that. I just see ZAG, CNY, and that's not really the same thing. At least I don't think that's what you guys are suggesting. You're suggesting something else. Google Chinese Future Exchange. Yeah. Exchange. See? I'm like, I don't know what I'm looking at anymore. China silver futures. I'm gonna like stop trying to find this in a second. If you guys want to find it, you can put it in the Discord. Just like put a picture of it in the Discord. I'll pull it up. Boom, boom, baby. You found it? 𝐂𝐴, can you put it in the Discord and I'll just pull it up. Why is the crash happening? Reaching back to equilibrium. I mean, these metals moved in ways that they really like never moved in our lifetime. Just correcting, I guess, right? January is coming to a close. The dollar's year ahead maybe just got a little more fiscally conservative or hawkish. FOMO was hot in metals. Longs were being ripped open at all-time highs. They started closing. That caused cascading liquidations. AG1, Shanghai price. Adrian, if that's the case, if that is it, then everyone else I'm going to be annoyed with for not just putting in the ticker. Future contracts, MCI. Let's put it in the Discord. It's not working. Stone, is that it? M Stone, are you here? I see you putting charts in the Discord. Are those Is that silver? That's an interesting way to look at it, though. I should look at it that way. That ticker didn't work. This is futures contracts on MSCI Argentina ETF. Bitcoin versus silver. Oh, no way. No way. No way. There's no way. There's no way. No way. I can't even say anything other than no way. No way. Bitcoin gained against silver today. 34%. Dude, silver dropped so hard that literally everything has gone up against silver today. Silver jumped like the hardest. Metal chart Shanghai select futures. Thank you, bro. Whoever that is, I can't see your name. What is it? I can't see your name because I have streamer mode enabled. I appreciate you so much. Starts with a T. You're the king. That's all I wanted. Western spot, Shanghai spot. So what is, I guess, like, what's the argument we're making here? 34 down to 22. So Shanghai obviously didn't dump as much. Up 54%. Shanghai's up 10% this week. Western spot's down 14%. Okay. Kind of hard to see. I guess maybe the argument is Shanghai not seeing the same selling. I mean, down huge from 34 down to 22. I guess we can't see like the wick low or anything in this data. Could be lower. The premium increased on this sell-off though. That's something that might not be immediately apparent to people. Even though silver went down on both exchanges, the premium definitely increased because silver in the Western markets dropped so much harder. A downward move. It's the same thing as gold and silver. The gold-silver ratio pumped on this move, even though gold and silver both dumped. Shanghai still trading at, I don't even know. Oh, this is spot. You're saying futures. There we go. Futures down much more than spot. Interesting. Western spot and futures the exact same price. Futures at 115 on Shanghai, 122 on spot. So it's not contango. What's the opposite of contango? Backwardation. So it's in backwardation. Perpetual's trading lower than spot. Gold. Come on, gold. Silver and gold both continuing their recoveries. Slowly but surely continuing their recoveries. Oh my, this is the best stream in quite some time. Saturday in China. There you go. There you go. So just like close and that's the reason. Asshole Nation. What's up, YG? YB, you're... Love you, bro. Close on Sunday, Price of silver not tied to... I mean, the spot silver and gold markets are very different from their perpetual markets. It's a weird, kind of unique thing for metals. Because Bitcoin, not really like that. Because delivery. Bitcoin on resistance. Bitcoin didn't go up anymore, I don't think, because I would have gotten an alert. It's right at the daily open. Like, right at the daily open, 4-hour order block to the downside. Found support. Back to 84.5, dude. It's... Bitcoin, I hate you. I don't actually hate you, but like, come on, dude. That sucks. It's like the perfect, awful move. Ugh. total crypto market cap actually did break November's low, which is wild. Same thing happened back here in October. Failed to rally, continued lower. If total rallies to 2.93 trillion and then rejects, it's cooked. Be cooked. Gold's still going. 2 hours to go till markets close for gold and silver. And they are making pretty impressive recoveries here. Pretty impressive. Gold now 5% off of its low. Silver now 16% off its low. What a fucking day, bro. What a day. I woke up, went to the gym. I didn't think this would happen. Didn't y'all sell when it went parabolic? I mean, does anybody ever sell when it goes parabolic? Which website is that chart from? That was from metalcharts.org/Shanghai. Let's go, silver crawling back up. It could close at 90 today. Bonkers. Bunkers. Place your bets, boys. ETFs on Monday, no idea. Is it time to buy burn him? I don't know. I mean, if you're looking to get right back out, maybe. I think that's a rough trade, but 90. I think it's hard to imagine it going down more without it moving up a little. Big recovery? It's a pretty big recovery. Proportional to the drop? Maybe not. Ugh. I don't even know what music this is. It just continues to play. I feel like I'm looking at Bitcoin. All right, my voice is already scratchy. Been live 2 hours, through 3 hours. It's been a hell of a day. Hell of a day, man. I don't know if I got 2 more hours in me. This has been the craziest day of streaming since 2020. 6 years. Silver made the craziest move I've ever seen. Now up 15 whatever percent off the low. Looking to close maybe at 90 today. Either way, here's what Monday we will be live. Well, maybe we'll be live early even. At the latest around noon. We'll be live Monday no matter what. We're going to cover these. Maybe we'll even cover the markets opening. Maybe at 9:30. See if I can get up. The spice is going to continue. I think that we see this bounce continue. I think we see retracement continue. Even if it trades sideways into close today, I think that we see Monday and February open up. I think we see retracements of these moves, these downward moves happen. And that's where it gets scary. That's where it gets scary. I think that'll start Monday. I think the spice is behind us for today, though. Don't you think? Maybe not, though. Maybe. I don't know. It's like now we open a new hour and candle's red. That'd be insane if we traded under 74 today. I think this is done for today, yep. Knock on wood. We're going to be covering it live Monday, so make sure you're subscribed. Notifications on. You know the deal. Don't miss it. I'm so happy. I appreciate everybody who tuned in today. This is awesome. This has been a crazy move. It's crazy emotions, crazy shit going on. If you made it through today, pat yourself on the back. Like me, I assume maybe a beer. Beer will do you well. I want a beer. Yeah. Damn. Gold rejecting maybe. Hourly closed exactly at the level. Okay. Okay. Nah. Right? This is a really slow. I say that, but this is 15%. That's not slow. All right, we'll be live Monday. This has been a crazy stream. I love and appreciate each and every one of you tuned in today. Keep your heads on straight. Don't act in the moment. A lot of you heard me literally at the bottom today say, if you're feeling panic, you feel like you want to sell, you want to make a panic decision, take a moment, relax, come back. It'll be okay. Hopefully I saved some of you guys from selling the exact bottom of today. We'll see. Tune in Monday. Maybe over the weekend something crazy happens, but I'm going to go grab a brew and I'm going to roll one up. I think you should do the same. I'll see you guys around. We're all going to make it, fam. You're in good hands. Stick around here. Love you all. Kron out.